Hello, Nigerians. Hello, Africans. Hello, the rest of the world. Once again, this is your boy, Dr. 96, aka The Realist. As I always reiterate and emphasize, the best thing you could do in order to enjoy maximum peace and happiness is just to be real to yourself. In being real, there is ultimate fulfillment and everlasting peace. Without wasting much time, my topic today is just to analyze the spiritual meaning of Peter Obi. That is, the name is not just an ordinary name, it's a name that is carrying God's glory. Peter Obi is a God sent, and with this video, and I believe all my viewers will truly agree with me that Peter Obi is a God-sent angel. He has been sent by God to revolutionize and to change the dynamics of Nigerian political atmosphere. So I will start by spelling the name first and foremost. Peter Obi is spelled as letter P, letter E, letter T, letter E, letter R, letter O, letter B, letter I. Pronounced together, Peter Obi. So the first letter in his name, which is letter P, the letter P in Peter Obi's name represents power, progress, prosperity, proficiency, and prudency. You will all agree with me that there is really power speaking for Peter Obi. There is a supernatural power that is truly behind Peter Obi. And you all agree with me that this man carries power. The name carries power because from the way Peter Obi's involvement in presidential race in 2023 has awakened the slumber giants in Nigerian youth, and from the way Peter Obi's name has stimulated Nigerian youth in getting the permanent voters card in order to participate in 2023 general election. We know that this is not just happening. There is a supernatural power beyond human understanding and control that is truly speaking for Peter Obi. We've seen Nigerian youths trooping to get the PVC in millions, and this has never even happened in the history of Nigeria. It has also been testified by INEC, that the agency of the federal government in charge of Nigeria election. The INEC chairman confessed that it has never happened in the history of Nigeria the way it is happening currently, how Nigerians are trooping to get their PVC. It is not even the younger generation alone. Both old and young are struggling and agitating to get the PVC in order to exercise their franchise and exercise their civic rights by using the opportunity they have to choose their leader comes 2023. So there is a supernatural power. So the P, you will all agree with me, carries power. So there is truly power speaking for Peter Obi's favor. The P also means progress. As we could see, Peter Obi is a progressive man. He has achieved progress in all his human endeavors, in his academic journey, in his political journey, in secular world. He has achieved tremendous progress. So we could say that truly Peter Obi is a progressive man. From his track record in Anambra State, we all see his progress, how he met the coffee of how he made the Anambra's purse empty, and he was able to leave some tangible millions of dollars in Anambra's purse after leaving the office. So he's a progressive man. And Peter Obi also is a man of prosperity. He has prospered in so many ways, in business world, in politics, in family, and in education. He has achieved great measure of prosperity. So Peter Obi is in no doubt a genuine prosperous man. Is a symbol of prosperity. Peter Obi also is a proficient man. Is proficient in academic. He has attended best of the universities in the world to study leadership and business management. And some of these schools include Harvard. So in no doubt, you will all agree with me, Peter Obi is a very proficient man. And the letter P also represents prudency. Peter Obi is a very prudent person, and he has demonstrated this. While he was governor of Anambra State, he was able to reduce unnecessary liability costs of the state. As a result, he was able to save a reasonable amount of money by cutting down the running costs of governance. And I don't blame some people who are calling him a stingy man, because he's a very prudent man. He channels his resources. He channels his resources into where it will maximize profit. He's not an extravagant person, and in his life, in his modest lifestyle, we will all know that Peter Obi is a very prudent man. I hope I am able to convince you that the letter P in Peter Obi stands for power, prosperity, proficiency, progress, and prudency. And let's go to the letter E. The letter E in Peter Obi's name represents excellence, and it also represents empowerment. Peter Obi is an excellent achiever. He has achieved excellency in almost all his human endeavors. And from the first analysis of letter P, we can see clearly how excellent Peter Obi is. And there's no need to waste much time emphasizing or analyzing the excellency again. As I said, he also represents empowerment. Peter Obi definitely has the capacity to empower Nigeria as a nation, and he also has the power to empower Nigerians youth by gainfully employed Nigerians youth capacity in order to increase the output of Nigeria as a country. So he has the capacity. If he has done it in Anambra State, so he has the capacity to replicate it in all the states of Nigeria if voted in as Nigerian president comes 2023. So he has the capacity to empower Nigeria as a nation. He has the capacity to empower Nigerian youth by creating mass job for the youth to be fully and productively engaged. So no doubt you all agree with me that the E in Peter Obi's name is defined. The letter T in Peter Obi's name represents transparency and technocracy. As we could see clearly, it is obvious, it is glaring, it is conspicuous that Peter Obi is the most transparent presidential aspirant in Nigeria as we speak. He is the only presidential aspirant speaking with his hand on his chest, and he is even encouraging Nigeria to verify all his statements and all his achievements. So he boldly, with audacity, telling Nigerians that go and verify whatever I tell you. So he's not hiding anything. He's a man of simple and God heart. So he's not hiding anything from Nigerians. And from the way he became the presidential aspirant of Labour Party, he is so transparent. He never bribed like the other presidential candidates of other parties. As we could understand, some of the presidential aspirants of other parties, most especially APC and PDP, some of them are having issue with with money laundering. Some of them are having issue with certificate forgery. Some of them are not even bold enough to declare their age to Nigerians because they have a lot to hide in their cupboard. So Peter Obi is the only transparent candidate, and we should all bank on his transparency that he will definitely deliver governance to the grassroots. Also, the T represents technocracy. Peter Obi, as we all know, is a technocrat, and he has proven this by excelling in both academic world, in political world, in business world, including family. Of all Nigerian presidential aspirants as we speak, he is the only man that never allow his children to study abroad because he believes in Nigerian system. It's not as if he doesn't have the capacity. It's not as if he doesn't have the money. But for the fact that he believes in the system and he loves Nigeria dearly, he's not an hypocrite. So we should bank on Peter Obi. His technocrat ability will surely be a great asset to Nigerians. That shows that the T in Peter Obi's name carries enormous God's glory. The letter E represents endorsement. It also represents ends of tribulation, trials, and wraths in Nigeria political system. Let me analyze the endorsement a bit, though I've mentioned this earlier. So he's the only candidate that truly endorsed by the masses in his political party. He is the only person that never influences the decision of the delegate who voted for him. As we could see how other political aspirants from other parties, how they bribe their ways to become their party's presidential candidate. So he's the only one that is being endorsed without spending money to influence people's opinion. And also, Peter Obi is going to end the trials, the tribulation, and the wraths in Nigeria political system because he's a man of classical mindsets. And from the way we are seeing now that he has the capacity the energy, the influence to unite Nigeria once again as a nation. There will not be ethnic crisis, there will not be religious crisis, there will not be unnecessary issues in Nigeria if Peter Obi should be given an opportunity to become Nigeria's president. We all seen right from the independence of Nigeria, it has never happened in the history of Nigeria that one candidate is being unilaterally accepted and endorsed by the whole country. Both the North, the South are yearning for Peter Obi for president comes 2023. And for the first time in the history of Nigeria after the Civil War, Peter Obi presence in Nigeria political atmosphere right now as neutralizes the ethnic tension in the southern part of the country, most especially between the Igbos and the Yorubas and other ethnic groups represented in the southern part of the country. This is the first time in history that a Yoruba man will be campaigning for an Igbo man. This is the first time a Muslim will be campaigning for a Christian in Nigeria. So we have seen his capacity. We have seen that he has the ability and the power to cement the fragmented part of Nigerians together so that Nigeria will become an envy of the entire world. That explains the E that follows letter T. The R is in his name, that is the R in Peter Obi's name, represents it represents resource control, it represents resurrection, and it represents restoration. So Peter Obi, in no doubt, will restore the glory of Nigeria back as a nation. He has the capacity to project Nigeria to where it ought to be in the League of Nations across the world. He has the power to restore Nigeria. He has the power to resuscitate Nigeria. As we could all see, Nigeria is dying. Nigeria is currently using a last lifeline. And the only person we need at this moment is somebody that can resuscitate, that can revamp Nigeria back to our feet. And in no doubt, Peter Obi has the capacity to do this. The O in Peter Obi's name represents obedience. Being an humble man he is. Be a man of simple acts. Peter Obi is going to obey Nigerians and is going to obey Nigerians' constitution. As we could see in the last 23 years, our presidential candidates, our presidents from both APC and PDP have blatantly disregard Nigerian constitution, how they have blatantly disregard Nigerians, disrespect Nigerians, disobey Nigerians, disobey the constitution of the Nigerian as a country. We all see how the current president, which is from APC, President Muhammad Buhari, how he has disobeyed court order, how he has disobeyed Nigerians by violating on their rights, how he has disobeyed the constitution of Nigerians by not even following or respecting court rules. So Peter Obi is the only person that has the capacity to be obedient. He has the capacity to obey Nigerians and Nigerians' constitution. And the B in Peter Obi's name represents best. Right from the inception of democracy, right from the independence, right from the first republic in Nigeria, Peter Obi is the best candidate that will ever surface on the platform of presidency in Nigeria. So he's the best man we have now and is the best man for the job. So let us all collectively give him our support and let us pray for him. Let us motivate him. Let us willingly and overwhelmingly vote him as Nigerian's president in 2023 because he is our best for now. He is God sent. So the last letter in Peter Obi's name is I. I represent intelligence. Peter Obi is a very intelligent man and he has the capacity to bring intellectuals to his cabinet. It's not like the president who could not even boast for school certificates. It's not like the president who could not even establish his cabinet after 6 months in office. It's not like the government that recruited morons based on ethnicity and religious bigotry into his system, thereby destroying Nigeria and bringing back Nigeria backward. So Peter Obi is an intelligent person. We've all seen clearly his intellectual capacity, his intelligence in all the human endeavors he has found himself. He has achieved excellency in academic, in business world, including financial institutions. What else do we need more than this? What form of intelligence do we need more than this? He has both natural and artificial intelligence, and he has the capacity to sort for the best of Nigerians to run his cabinet with him. So I believe I've been able to convince you all that the name Peter Obi is truly carrying supernatural grace and power. Peter Obi is an angel sent by God in human forms. God knows the trials and tribulation and the pains of Nigerians, and that is why God is sending Peter Obi for us in 2023. Don't let us miss this opportunity. Don't let us miss this chance. It's a generational opportunity, and we could not afford to miss it. We've seen the amount of disorderliness, kiosk, quagmire, the present administration and the previous one have cost us in Nigeria, and how they have destroyed generation, because 23 years is not a small year in a man's lifetime, most especially 23 years of productive time. Those who are in their 40s in 1999, they are in their 60s now. Those who are in their 30s in 1999, they are in their 50s. Those who are in their 20s, they are in 40s or close to 50 now. So the present political party and the previous one who have ruled Nigeria, they have destroyed Nigeria. They have brought us backward economically. Nigeria now is being regarded as the poverty capital of the world. So in order to remove this stigma and to come out of our present Egypt, so we have to endorse Peter Obi. We have to vote for him. So I will encourage Nigerians, most especially the youth, don't be active on social media alone. Getting PVC is not enough, but participating in actual votes and make sure that your vote counted is the most important thing. On the election day, on the D-Day, we should all troop out to vote for Peter Obi and stand by our votes until we get results. We should not just vote and leave the venue. We should vote and wait for our votes to be counted. And we should not be scared of the miscreants of the political talks which APC and PDP are using to achieve their evil agenda. Nigerian youths, we have all the capacity to defeat their machinery, and this has been proved. This has been tested during the EndSARS. During the EndSARS, the Agberus, they could not withstand Nigerians' youth. We are more than them in numbers, and we are smarter, we are intellectuals. They are not as rugged as we are. We should not run for them, rather they will run for us. They ran during the NSAS, and they are still going to run during 2023 election. Collectively, we can achieve this. If we stand by our votes in masses, they will be intimidated. They will be intimidated, and I want you all to do this. This is just my message today. I remain your humble friend, Dr. 96, aka the realist. Let us be real at all time in all situations, and let us be organic and be genuine. They say you can deceive the whole world, but you can never deceive yourself. We all know the current situation in Nigeria, and we are not pleased by it. The system that is just favoring only the political elites alone. We don't want that kind of a system. We want the system that will bring leadership governance to the doorstep of the grassroots people. And Peter Obi is the only one who has the capacity to do this. Till I come your way another day, peace and love. Bye for now. Vote Peter Obi 2023 for restoration, for reconstruction, for resource control, for transparency, for progress, for power, for prosperity, for prudency, for transparency, for empowerment, for excellent achievement, for obedience to Nigeria's constitution and Nigerian people. Peace and bye for now.